Armed protest at Friday prayers. I'm Evan Haining. Some Texas highways are still underwater. Correspondent Ed Lavandera reports law enforcement has been performing water rescues,
including the rescue of a police officer that was trying to help some other folks that were stranded in the floodwaters. And when the flash floodwaters rapidly came up on his police car, he had to be pulled out by helicopter.
And more rain expected this weekend. A former Marine is calling for guns and the Muhammad cartoon contest outside of Phoenix Mosque in a couple of hours. Correspondent Sarah Seidner.
There are more than 700 people who have now said that they are going to show up. Their point is, there are many different points. And one of those points is for those who plan to exercise their freedom of speech, they're also encouraging people to exercise their Second Amendment. That's the right to bear arms just in case there is trouble. That has a lot of folks concerned, including the police, who will have a presence out here.
I'm Evan Haining.
Hey guys, it's summertime, and life is all about weekends, cookouts, and all things outdoors. And the JCPenney men's store is the place to go for some serious summer style, where shorts, tees, and swim trunks from brands like St. John's Bay, Dockers, and Izod go for a cool 40 to 50% off. And spend $25 or more with coupon on men's apparel, shoes, and accessories, and you get $10 off. We've got your look, your style, and a great price. The men's store at JCPenney. When it fits, you feel it. Coupon valid 5/28 to 5/31. Some exclusions apply. Check jcp.com now or your Thursday newspaper for coupon and details.
O'Reilly. Defend your vehicle from harmful elements and restore shine with Armor All canister wipes. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, pick up Armor All canister wipes for $3.99. Easily remove dirt, dust, and grime with Armor All canister wipes on sale for $3.99 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Broadcasting more local radio programs than any other station in California. We are KCAA.
Good afternoon. It's 12:02. I'm Di Rice with the very latest in live local news on KCAA 1050 AM. A convicted sex offender from Murrieta now faces a federal charge of distribution of child pornography over the internet, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Andrew Harrison Fowler, 25, was on parole after serving a prison term on a conviction of 3 counts of having unlawful sex with teenage San Diego girls. His employer in Corona contacted his parole officer after suspecting Fowler was accessing child pornography while at work. Fowler is scheduled to appear in U.S. District Court in Riverside today. And an exemplary bond rating of Riverside Public Utilities saves millions of dollars when it sells bonds to pay for needed projects. The Electric Fund has $177.8 million in reserves, and the Water Fund has $64.6 million. Riverside Public Utilities also provides residents with water and electric rates that are significantly lower than in surrounding communities. The utility's financial strength has earned them a AAA rating with the S&P. Their standing will benefit the possibility of new projects, such as a recycled water system, a rubber dam to capture stormwater from the Santa Ana River for use in recharging the groundwater basin, a new treatment plant, and a second electric transmission line to the city, which would provide increased protection from major power outages. And after a 3-hour standoff, deputies have arrested several suspects and have seized over 7,300 marijuana plants. Over a 2-day period this week, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Marijuana Enforcement Team, otherwise known as MET, arrested 8 people in Newberry Springs. The suspects barricaded themselves inside the residence and refused to come out. Numerous requests were made by investigators at the scene, but they were unsuccessful. Therefore, the Met Group called on SWAT to assist, and suspects were taken into custody without incident. In addition to the 7,300 marijuana plants, deputies seized approximately 50 pounds of processed marijuana. Inland Empire weather, sunny and nice through the weekend. Highs today 89, tomorrow's high 91, then cooling down a little bit on Sunday. Expecting a high of about 87 on Sunday. Overnight tonight, about 54. Currently, we are at 82 degrees here in San Bernardino. Looking at your drive through Chino, you've got the stop and go on the 60 freeway westbound between Ramona Avenue and the 57. And the North 71 is a little bit busy between 60 and Mission Boulevard. And then you've got some stop and go traffic on the I-15 northbound between Limonite and Harupa Street, as well as the southbound side busy between the 10 and the 60 freeway. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
He doesn't mess around. And he doesn't take sides. And he looks good doing it. It's the all-new Jason Stapleton program at jasonstapleton.com every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on KCAA 1050 AM.
Check us out on Instagram where you can watch videos, see pictures, and listen to audio of all your favorite KCAA shows. That's right, KCAA 1050 AM is now on Instagram. Go get your account.
KCAA is your CNBC news affiliate. We're the station that gets down to business.
Determination. You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything. You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious. Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show, America. Thank you for joining us. Open phones this hour at 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. You jump in. We'll talk about your life and your money. Stephanie starts off this hour in Roanoke, Virginia. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing really well. Thank you.
Good. How can I help today?
So I am considering whether to take a new job. I was hoping you could help me out with that. I'm 23 years old. I just finished my graduate degree, and I basically right now I'm working at a university making about $30,000 a year. I don't love the job that I have, but it's a good position. There's not a ton of room for growth here. I think even if I stayed for about 10 years, I would probably make no more than about $35,000 a year.
What is your graduate degree in?
University. It's in the human services business, but I did the psychology for undergrad, and I was kind of on the counseling track and realized I don't want to do that, and I really want to get into hospitality, and I have an opportunity.
Why did you get a master's degree to go into hospitality?
I did that because I had already started my graduate degree in counseling, and I actually got the graduate degree for free by working at my university. And I was about halfway through the degree and decided I don't want to be a counselor, so I added a business cognate to my degree and then decided to finish it as fast as I could.
Okay, so you turned it in, so it's a health services master's.
Human services.
Human services master's. Okay.
Yes, sir. And I know that I could get into hospitality and work my way up with the degree that I have. Mm-hmm. But the problem is I don't have any supervisory experience yet, so I kind of have to start in at the bottom. And I have a position that's available to me. It will most likely be offered to me as a sales coordinator for a hotel. And the position sounds like a dream to me. Like I would love the job so much. And there's definitely room for growth. That would kind of set me up to be able to take a better job, either in hotel management or in sales. But as of right now, it would only be a salary of about $22,000 a year. So it's a huge pay cut. I am still paying off some loans from my undergrad. So So I've been paying on them very, very heavily. I started at about $45,000 in debt, and I'm down to about $18,000 now.
And what are you doing for the university that pays you $30,000?
I'm an academic evaluator, so I confer degrees for students.
Okay.
So there's not a huge amount
the
of...
22 is a salary. It's not salary plus commission?
It's salary. They do say that it's plus bonuses, and there's a very likely possibility that I would get about $6,000 in bonuses a year, but it's not guaranteed. So I don't really want to count on that.
What is that based on? What are the bonuses based on?
I guess it's based on their revenue for the year, if they exceed their expectations.
It's not in your control, yeah. It's
not in my control.
I don't think you found your job yet. That's too far a cut for you in this situation. You're already making $30,000. I don't want you to take a 30% pay cut to move into a sales position just to get into the hotel business. It's not that glorious. You know, I think you keep poking around, and I don't expect you at 23 to jump into management of a hotel. That would be very unusual. It would scare me about the people that hired you, honestly. You're going, because of your age and because of your experience, you're going to start low. But honestly, 30,000 is not that low, not that high. So, you know, you ought to be able to find something in the hotel, in the hospitality world that pays better than what you've found so far. So I just don't think you found the thing to do yet. Even if the bonus was based on your production, and if you made sales or your sales team made sales, then you would make commission above, then at least you can control your destiny and get that other 8,000 out of that, above that 22. You could go out there and kill it and drag it home, you know? And I don't mind that being dependent upon you. I think that's a fine thing, but that's a very low starting salary, and I think you keep looking. I don't think you've found it yet, and that's what I would tell you if you were my daughter. Thanks for the call. Vicki is on the line in Sacramento. Hi, Vicki. How are you?
Hi. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
You too. What's up?
Thank you. 20 years ago in 1995, my husband and I bought a timeshare. You know, it was a credit type where you could use, you know, go to different resorts all over the country. And we've used it well, and we've had a lot of fun. Well, my husband passed away 2 years ago in 2013, and I'm stuck with the fees. And they're raising the fees. Twice since I've been a widow, and I pay about $800 a year. You know, every 3 months, $200, and they've raised it. And I got a letter from them saying it was due to Obamacare. You know, their staff prices have gone up, and I'd like to get out of it, and I'm not using it. I haven't used it in the 2 years.
Is it paid off? There's no debt against it.
Right. No, it is paid off. We paid cash for it 20 years ago. But the fees...
And you could talk to them about surrendering it to them and letting them resell it?
No, they won't. I did talk to them about that, and they said we're in the business of selling credits, not buying them back.
Yeah. I didn't ask them to buy it back. I was going to give it to them.
Oh.
I mean, it has no value. That's the problem with the stupid things. They're awful. Because there's just no, I mean, you pay all this money for a hotel. Right to stay in a hotel room and pay them $800 a year to stay in a hotel room. I mean, that's all it is. And that, you know, it's just garbage. So the problem is that there's no market for them. You don't have an asset to sell. Nobody will pay you for a timeshare, hardly. Very, very difficult. Now, some of them you can get a little bit of money out of if they're in one of the big networks like Disney or Marriott or something, but it's really difficult, and they really have almost no value. If you're not in either one of those, I try to give it back to them. The other option is to, if you have a charity that you support, donate it to that charity to be given away or sold at an auction, and the charity keeps the proceeds. And then the person, of course, that you sell it to signs up to take over the fees.
Okay.
And you know, if somebody gives $1,000 to a charity to take over your timeshare, then they obviously take over your fees as well, and you can transfer it to them, and they take the responsibility from this point forward then for the fees because they wanted a timeshare. And some people do, but they're not willing to pay much for it, if anything. And that's what you get into. So I'm sorry you're facing this. But you're one of thousands of stories of people dissatisfied with timeshares that I've talked to in the 20 years I've done this, 25 years I've done this. So, sorry you're facing it, though. Open phones this hour. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. The phone number is 888-825-5225.
It gets real, it's live, it's really live, local and in motion. Every day on KCAA, the Inland Empire's only live local motion talk. KCAA 1050 AM and KCAAradio.com.
This is KCAA.
Bob Vila here with my home improvement tip of the day. Adding a half bath to your basement not only increases convenience, but it can also boost the value of your home. You'll need to know if sewer or septic lines are buried sufficiently deep in the ground so gravity can do most of the work getting rid of waste. A check with your municipality or the contractor who built your home will probably provide the answer. If it'll be gravity doing most of the work, you'll still need to install a one-way valve to keep wastewater from backing up into the basement. If the lines are above the level of the toilet, one good option is to install an up-flushing toilet. They generally have pumping mechanisms hidden inside the toilet or behind it. Up-flushing toilets are not cheap, but you probably won't have to cut through your basement slab, so that'll save you money. Some models even allow you to tie in the wastewater lines from sinks and shower stalls. In any case, don't start the job before you check local building codes. Most installations will require a permit. Get more info at bobvila.com and right here at home with me, Bob Vila.
Are credit card bills piling up faster than you can pay? How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-546-2909. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-546-2909. That's 800-546-2909. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-546-2909 today.
Come visit the all-new Tiger Trail at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Get an early start and have a bountiful buffet breakfast at Tiger Trail's Sambutan Longhouse while watching these majestic creatures. A tiger keeper will be on hand to share stories about these fascinating felines and will invite one of the tigers to join the session. Then explore the Tiger Trail's 5.2 acres, watch the tigers climb rocks, swim in ponds, and nap in tall grasses. See these beautiful animals up close, all at the new Tiger Trail at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Go to San Diego Zoo Safaripark.org.
In a world of boring talk, misinformation, and mindless chat, two superheroes emerge.
Okay, that sounded manly.
No, you gotta be kidding me.
Let's go!
The action.
Fridays just got fabulous! Here on KCAA, get ready to pour yourself your favorite beverage and kick it with Ben and Alexander right here on the Happy Hour. Every Friday evening at 6 on KCAA 1050 AM.
KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station for the Inland Empire.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Now, guess what? Monday, it starts. Brand new radio show on Christian radio. Chris Brown's True Stewardship. What the Bible says about money, answering your questions. Call-in show, occasionally have a guest. I'll be the first guest since it's a Ramsey Solutions production. That was nice of them to let me do that since I own the company. But no, seriously, Chris and I had a lot of fun with this. He laughingly calls himself the Christian Dave. I don't know if I like that or not. What's that make me? But anyway, he's Pastor Chris. He speaks in churches all across America, works on our team as one of our Ramsey personalities, and we are launching this show in 20 cities, plus a podcast. You can learn more about it, about this new Christian radio show on Christian radio, Chris Brown's True Stewardship, at stewardship.com. Stewardship.com. You can find the 20 cities there with the location, times, and listings and everything. And you can sign up for the podcast. It's a 30-minute show every day, typical Christian radio format in that regard. So, 30-minute show every day, and that means 30-minute podcast every day. And it's really, really going to be good. Really excited about it. Adrian is with us in Santa Barbara, California. Hi, Adrian. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm better than I deserve. How can I help?
I can't believe I'm talking to you on the phone. I just have a question. My husband and I have been married almost 9 years, and we've paid off about $24,000 in debt in 2.5 years, and we're almost done. We have $2,800 left in debt. We started an at-home business. My husband's been working in the ministry pretty much our whole marriage and therefore doesn't make very much. And I am a stay-at-home mom to 4 little boys. My husband just got a new job with the electrical union. So he starts off still at only $29,000 a year. But he will be getting significant raises throughout the next few years.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's a huge blessing. But on our stay-at-home, our at-home business makes about $18,000 a year. With that, we paid off our debt, almost all of it, and we're trying to save up for a house. But we live in California; it's really expensive. My question is that my husband is a big saver, and he doesn't like to spend, and I'm kind of the opposite. We're learning together. Mm-hmm. But he's separated the business account, and it's only his name on it because he's worried that I will use it when, I shouldn't.
Would you?
Maybe. I mean, I try really hard not to, but I have to say I'm a lot better than I used to be, but I do tend to spend when I shouldn't. But I use cash envelopes now, and so that really helps me. But I don't like the fact that my name's not on the account at all. Like, if something were to happen to my husband, what would...
I don't like it either, but I don't like the fact you're too irresponsible as an adult to be trusted.
I know, and I've come a long way.
Well, no, it's a real simple thing. You don't spend money out of the business account, period.
Right.
It's not, it's just a simple thing. No.
Yeah.
Never do that.
The business account, after what goes back into the business, we will sit down and budget it together.
Yeah.
But
unless there's an emergency that has to do with the business and you would need to write a check on the business for the business purposes, you should not be messing with that business account under any circumstances. It's completely unacceptable for you to even lay on the table the possibility that you would misuse this account.
Well, I would like to say definitely I would not, but I just know myself. That's my biggest downfall, that I am a spender.
This is different than spending. This is integrity. Yeah. It's not your money. It's the business's money. You own the business, but my wife is on every account down here, and there's probably, 50 or 100 accounts that we have with our varying businesses and properties and so forth that we own. She would never write a check out of one of those accounts under any circumstances. without having cleared it with accounting here and cleared it with me. She could really mess up the business doing that.
Right. I know. And so that's why I've been okay with it this whole time. But
yeah, I'm not okay with either part of it. I mean, I think you need to be on the account, but I think you need to be a grown-up and leave the freaking account alone. And so I think both of you got some work to do on that. I mean, I'm just being straight with you, Adrian. I mean, I completely sympathize and agree with your concern. You should be on the account. It's unreasonable that you're not on the account. But the reason that you're not on the account is also unreasonable. And that's your behavior. And you know, I try. No, don't try. Just don't do it. It's not, you just pretend like your name's not on it anymore. But your name ought to be on it. And it ought to be a sign that you two, as two adults, are working together. Not that you're, you know, this weak-kneed little thing that can't make up her own mind on stuff. I mean, you know, stand up, walk with your man here. You can do this, girl. You can do it. You got what it takes, but don't quit telling yourself it's okay to do this. It's just not. You guys need to have a plan on your personal account, and you do stuff with your personal account that you both agreed to. You have a plan on the business account, and that is that he runs the business, but your name's on it in case of emergencies, and you don't touch it. And that's the way it ought to be. You know, and if it's your business, his name ought to be on it, and he ought to keep his hands off the account while you run the business, unless there's an emergency. Now, you got access to look at it and know what's going on. There's no secrets hidden in the business account, anything like that. You know, that's all, you know, it's all face up, it's all transparent, but, you know, it's just not okay for you to go, oh, I might slip up and accidentally spend the money out of the business. What? No, that's not okay. Thanks for calling in, kiddo. Sandra's with us in Atlanta. Hey, Sandra, how are you?
Dave, I'm great. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, I'm calling about my 80-year-old mother. She bought another place to live in December. We moved her out of her big 2-story house. Took us a couple of months. We got it cleaned out. She got the house on the market. She was asking $188. In 2002, she paid $185 for it. 2 weeks later, somebody came along and says, hey, I'll give you $177.5. She said, great. Well, it was inspected. Page after page after page of things that were wrong with this house. The guy's like, I can't deal with this. He walked away. So now she's got this great big money pit that needs, we got a contractor out there and he said $33,000. She said, okay, what has to be fixed? He said, well, $29,000.
Get a new
and all
contractor.
of this is stuff that you can't really see. You can't walk in the house and go, wow, that's an amazing kitchen. The house hasn't been touched since 1987. It's an old, outdated kitchen with a pink master bathroom. You know, it needs some work. So my concern is that she's going to spend almost $30,000 on this house, and it is paid for. So she's going to spend $30,000 on it.
How much money does she have?
Oh, she's got well over $2 million.
Okay. Listen, it's a simple equation then. Either fix the house up and sell it, or sell it as is and take a loss.
How do you sell it as is? How does the real estate market it for that?
They just market it as is, and it's to an investor, and it's at a wholesale price. It's going to bring $150.
Oh.
Because it's worth $185 if it were fixed, and it needs $30,000 worth of work.
Right.
So it's going to bring $150, or you're going to fix it up and go to a lot of trouble when you're 88 years old, going through a rehab of a house, which is a complete pain. I'd take the loss. If she's got $2 million, I just put it on the market and sell it wholesale and get rid of it. She made a bad deal when she bought it, is what you're telling me. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
If you like jazz, you'll enjoy getting together with me, Tommy Hawkins, the Jazz Hawk. Tune into my show, Just Jazz, Saturday nights, 10 to midnight, on KCAA, 1050 AM.
In Ethiopia right now. We're about to bring home 3 more children that we have adopted from Ethiopia, and this will bring our total of adopted kids to 6, our total kids to 9. the financial peace stuff was being taught at our church, and we heard about it, but we both thought, well, we have math degree and MBA, and we're frugal. We don't really, need that. We're a little bit rebellious about it.
We didn't have a lot of debt, and we figured we could handle our money just fine.
One summer of 2007 that I really felt God impressing upon us that we needed to take it, and I didn't know why.
I don't know what it was, whether it was Suzanne just pushing a little bit and saying, we've got time, let's go ahead and do it.
We didn't have much debt. We had taken care of things along the way, but it really did change the way we used our money.
Suzanne's right. It did change the way we approach things. We don't spend money we don't have. We don't put stuff on the credit cards.
That summer that I felt God pushing it on us to take this class, I could look back even a year later and think, I realized that he was telling us, I've got something about to happen with you guys, and I need you guys to, I know you're doing a good job, but you got to really get your finances in order because I've got something happening soon.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. Google announces some new technology at its conference in San Francisco, including Android Pay, the online wallet similar to Apple Pay. Cardboard V2 is an app that will allow users to view 3D videos on their smartphones. A key Senate committee passes legislation extending covered California coverage to undocumented children.
Excluding people from our healthcare system is simply wrong, but prohibiting immigrants from even buying insurance from the state exchange with their own money is completely irrational.
Senator Ricardo Lara amending the bill to limit the coverage to children and only some adults. Gas prices likely to continue going down in California.
Prices continue to go down here. Just about every time we refresh this data, we see another small decline in California's gasoline price. The longer you can hold on to fill up, the more you'll save.
Patrick DeHaan with GasBuddy.com. Commuter nightmare in Los Angeles. A big rig crashing through the center divider on the 10 freeway, closing lanes in both directions. Geico weather, warming conditions continuing. Jeff Scott, California News.
Here's a crazy idea from Cash Call Mortgage. Take the mortgage you closed in the last year and look at redoing it at today's 15-year fixed 2.875% rate and APR with no closing costs. Just call 877-890-CASH, and with no cost or obligation, we'll tell you how much your payment could drop with the do-over refi. And you won't pay any points, deposits, or fees. None. It's so easy. Just do the regular paperwork, most of which you already did for your last refi, and we'll do the rest. So make the cash call at 877-890-CASH for today's 15-year fixed 2.875% rate and APR with absolutely no closing costs. The do-over refi, only from Cash Call Mortgage. Call 877-890-CASH and see for yourself.
Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. Equal Housing Lender. Call 866-900-8744 for terms and restrictions. Rates may change without notice. California Department of Business Oversight Residential Mortgage Lender Law License 4131083. NMLS 128231.
That's 877-890-CASH.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
Do you have to ride the bus or depend on someone else for a ride? Is your current car giving you problems or just getting too old? Nearly everybody needs a car, but most people don't have enough money lying around. That's where car financing from Credit Yes comes in. For over a decade, Credit Yes has helped millions of people get the auto loan that's right for them. We want to help you too. and for free. Whether you have bad credit, no credit, or even gone through bankruptcy, we could help you get a car loan. We believe that everyone deserves a second chance. If you call right now, we could find you the right financing option, no matter your credit history. 855-669-7131. Every call is absolutely free and there's no obligation, meaning there's nothing to lose. Now is the time, and it's probably not always going to be this easy. We even have programs that may allow you to put zero money down. Don't wait any longer to get the car you need, no matter your credit history. Call Credit Yes for free right now. 855-669-7131. That's 855-669-7131.
Thank you, Inland Empire, for listening to KCAA Radio.
In the lobby of the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, Josh and Jessica are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Fantastic.
Great. How are you?
Welcome, welcome. Where are you guys from?
From Atlanta, Georgia.
Fun. Welcome. You're here to do your debt-free scream in person?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Very neat. How much have you paid off?
We paid off just a little over $80,000.
Very cool. Making what kind of money?
Well, we started out making about $50,000, and we finished last year at about a $120,000.
Way to go. What do you guys do for a living?
Well, I work in retail management.
I work in a hospital and a lab.
Oh, very cool. So how long did it take you to pay off the 80?
About 2 years.
Wow. You kicked it, man.
We sure did.
That's
especially the last year.
Yeah.
Very cool. What kind of debt was this?
It was all student loans.
How long have you two been married?
It's been 4 years.
Okay, so 2 years into your marriage, you look up and go, Sally Mae needs her eviction papers. What caused that? I mean, what caused you to decide to get out of debt?
We looked up in 2 years, and we had more student loan debt than we actually owed on our house. Yes.
Yeah.
And that was the wake-up call?
That was the wake-up call. It was scary.
How did you connect to us?
It's something that I've listened to you off and on for the last several years, and finally it was like, this is just what we got to do. So we started listening to your program pretty much every day, and just went from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Josh comes in and says, okay, Jessica, I've been listening to this crazy guy on the radio occasionally. Now we're going to get serious about this. What'd you say?
I said, oh, okay.
Let's do it.
I'll listen. I'll bite.
Game on?
Yeah.
Game on.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what was the hardest, toughest part of the last 2 years while you're getting out of debt?
Probably not really being able to do everything that we wanted to do when we wanted to do it. Couldn't really go out to eat or go to movies. You know, we couldn't really justify it when we could throw that into our debt, and that'd be done that much faster. So we can go do those things when it was done.
Absolutely. And I'd say for me, I'm a little bit of a car guy. And so by that I mean, you know, when I've got two windows in my car, I like both of them to go down. Mine doesn't. I love cars that have air conditioning. Mine doesn't. And I would love cars that you don't have to check the oil every week.
Correct.
Mine you do.
Yeah.
So for me, driving through Atlanta in a beater during the summer, back and forth to work, that was the hardest part.
Yeah, now you can save up and get a decent car. Or at least get that one fixed a little bit.
You better believe it.
Get the air in the window fixed anyway. Or one or the other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Oh, wow. So when people find out you've gotten out of debt, and they ask you that question, how did you do that? What do you tell them?
Well, we really believe that the biggest piece of the whole thing is first you have to want to get out of debt. And then the second piece is you have to do the budget. We were really rough at the start doing the budget, but we kept after it month after month after month, and we really now have it down to almost where we don't have to sit down and have those 1 hour meetings or anything like that. It's just very quick, easy. We know what's going on. I think we both agree that it's both the budget and the communication piece.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Jessica, what was the biggest budget fight you've had during the 2 years?
Biggest budget fight?
The blow up.
Probably whether or not we would want to go on vacation because we couldn't justify spending that money going maybe to like even Florida for the weekend. So that was going back and forth, and really probably going out to eat because it gives us something to do, get out of the house and That was probably the biggest ones for us.
But so one of you wanted to do it, the other one didn't, and the other one would stand up, huh?
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. He likes to go on vacation.
I love vacation. And now we're going to vacation like no one else.
Yes, we are. Yeah. We already started saving for our next one. So.
I love it. All right. Very cool. So if we're going to do this, let's do it.
Yes,
sir. And that's hard.
Yes.
That's hard.
Yes.
Very good. Good for you guys. Well done. Well done. So how's it feel? You don't have any debt.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So great.
Absolutely fantastic.
So great. I brag about it every day at work.
Good. You should.
I really do.
Go around.
Yeah.
Go around. Yeah.
I walked in and I said, we just made our final debt payment yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody.
They're
Yeah,
like,
standing
oh,
O.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, you can kiss my ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
We were surprised when they didn't send us a plaque or anything like that.
Yeah.
We should probably do that, shouldn't we? We should do that. Kat doesn't have anything to do up
There
here.
you
She
go.
can work on that.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. All right, Josh and Jessica, $80,000 paid off. Sally Mae gets her eviction papers. Took 2 years, making $50 to $120 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free!
Love it, love it, love it. Well done, you two. Very well done. I love it, I love it. That's awesome. JT is with us in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hi, JT. How are you?
Hey, Dave. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
First of all, I just want to thank you so much for all that you do. My wife and I were financial peace graduates, and really exciting times. My question is, my mom is in her 40s. I'm 26. My mom's in her 40s. We have tried to help her with her budgeting, and just found out she lives about 2 hours away from us that she's got extensive medical problems. She's overweight. She's been kind of a dependent all her life on several people, and she's not wanting to take care of herself physically or financially. I don't think, and my family doesn't think, that she's going to live a very long time if she keeps taking care of herself the way that she is. Would it be smart for me to take a life insurance policy out on her?
No.
What do I do?
If she's got bad health, you can't get the insurance policy, and if you can get it, it's going to be very expensive. And so how is your finances? Do you have money saved?
My wife and I, we've been married for a little under a year, and, we're well on our way to becoming debt-free. And, we are done with the baby steps, but, we are saving up, and, we're 25 and my wife's 24. We don't have the money to take care of my mom.
No, you don't.
And I'm an only child.
No, you don't. And you don't have the money to buy life insurance for her either. So this is just her being irresponsible and the results of that. So what happens if she dies? Who's going to pay to bury her is the question. And the answer is that you're going to continue to get your finances under control. You're going to get out of debt. You're going to build your emergency fund. And when you do, you're going to build your emergency fund a little larger maybe, because you may buy a very inexpensive funeral at some point. And, $5,000, $7,000, $3,000, whatever, the bare bones, minimum funeral thing at some point. And you've just got to jump in there and, figure that out as a part of your emergency fund and your long-term investing. But what I'm saying to you is you getting your finances under control, and starting to build a little wealth, you self-insure through the need to take care of something like this that would come up, whether it's her or something else. It's part of one of those life emergencies. But the problem is it's just really frustrating that a grown woman won't bother to take care of herself.
Yes, sir.
And for you, for your wife, and really for the other relatives that you all have been discussing this with, it's just, it aggravates, it makes you afraid for her, but also aggravates you. You get aggravated with her. If you're normal, you would. Because it's like, why does this fall on me? Because she's not a grown-up and won't take care of herself. So, but you can't make people behave. All you can do is take care of your corner of the world. And in this case, that would say, let's get your get yourself out of debt, get your emergency fund built, and if you want to build it a little larger than normal, knowing you may have to buy a funeral someday, then that would be okay to do. But in the meantime, I wouldn't panic about it. You need to take care of your family, and I wouldn't sit and do something silly with your finances because she's out of control. And just very sad. You never know what'll wake somebody up. Let's try something for the fun of it, JT. You hold on. I'll have Kelly pick up, and you give Kelly your mom's name and address, and I'll ship her a Total Money Makeover book as a gift from me. You never know. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Check us out on Instagram, where you can watch videos, see pictures, and listen to audio of all your favorite KCAA shows. That's right, KCAA 1050 AM is now on Instagram. Go get your account.
Is KCAA.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I could keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found new career training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN4LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
Like to spend a few days in another world? Then write this down. Golden Bear Cottages, Big Bear Lake. Now, listen, this is not some corporate-owned operation. It's family-owned and operated by some real nice people. Unique? Oh, you bet. Golden Bear Cottages features 28 one-of-a-kind cabins on a 5-acre historic site. Great for families, couples, and groups. And cabins are available with 1 to 7 bedrooms. Golden Bear Cottages is just a stone's throw from Big Bear Lake and super close to 3 great ski areas. Now, I could go on all day about Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear, but to see everything, just go to goldenbear.net. Again, goldenbear.net. Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear. Clean, comfortable, and affordable. Check them out. goldenbear.net.
If you're like most, your trust in traditional financial advice has taken a big hit in the last few years. So, when it comes to your money, investment, and retirement planning, where do you turn now? Who do you listen to? Join us for Smart Money Talk Radio, Mondays from 3 to 4 p.m. for the refreshing, straightforward money and investment strategies of Jim and Lorraine Conaway. With over 44 years of combined experience, the Conaways are here to educate you on how to be smart with your money. Securities offered through J.P. Turner & Company, LLC. Member SIPC.
It's time for some delicious food at Pizza Dilly. Pizza Dilly Pizza in Colton, home of the famous 2-foot pizza with 32 slices of simply the best delicious Pizza Dilly mouth-watering pizza. Pizza Dilly has all kinds of lunch specials Monday through Friday, starting at $3.99, all delicious. Stop by, refresh, refuel, have a cold drink, enjoy a tasty salad or a great specialty Dilly-licious sub sandwich, or simply Dilly-lightful Pizza Dilly wings. Pizza Dilly is also People Dilly because your friends are all already there enjoying one of Pizza Dilly's giant screens, watching one of their favorite teams, and if you love the Dodgers, you'll love Pizza Dilly, your hometown Dodger station, all year round. Come on in, enjoy a great pizza, enjoy Pizza Dilly, the real Dilly deal at 194 East Valley Boulevard in Colton, or call 909-370-0242.
This is KCAA.
We are glad you are here. The phone number is 888-825-5225. There's no better time than right now to get serious about making a plan for your money. It's time to get out of debt, and Financial Peace University has helped over 4 million people change their lives. In the first 90 days of FPU, the average family pays off $5,300 in debt and saves $2,700. That's an $8,000 turnaround in the first 90 days. That's the average. In 9 lessons, you learn how to make a budget, get out of debt, spend, save, invest. You learn how to handle money, people. Financial Peace University Online provides you with everything you need to take control of your money. Take the first steps. Check out Financial Peace University or Financial Peace University Online at DaveRamsey.com. Or you can call us at 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223. Tom's with us in Tampa, Florida. Hey, Tom, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave, thanks for taking my call.
Sure, what's up?
I am trying to get out of debt. I've got about $23,000 in credit card debt. I tried to get a home equity line of credit on my home. I have a mortgage, a first mortgage and only mortgage of $275,000. The house was appraised at $440,000. I was turned down from a major institution because they said my debt-to-income ratio was too high, even though I have 3 rental properties that are paid off. So my question to you is, a friend said, why don't you just refinance the house at a higher interest rate? My interest rate right now is 3.75. He said you could probably go through a broker and get a higher rate, but get qualified because their, I guess, restrictions aren't as stringent as a major institution. Or my other option would be sell a rental property because they're paid off.
What do you make a year?
$120. That's with the income from the rental property. Without that,
well, why can't you pay off $22,000 by cutting your freaking lifestyle?
Well, a wife and 3 kids.
So you make $120,000 a year. Twice the national average.
Okay.
How much do you owe on your car?
Well, I have a car payment of $263. I am self-employed.
How much do you owe on your car?
$15,000.
Okay, so you have $22,000 in credit card debt, $15,000 in that one car. You got another car debt?
No, well, the business pays for it, but essentially they're saying since you are self-employed, you are the business. That's going towards my debt. So I'm like, I've tried even to get credit cards at 0 interest to try and just.
Interest isn't your problem. Spending's your problem.
It is.
Yeah, you make $120,000 a year. So what you guys need to do is you need to get on. Are you in sales?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I do because I'm a sales guy too. For years, I tried to do this. I tried to fix this some way where I could manipulate the process and somehow make the debt disappear. And part of the thing is I always just tried to out-earn my stupidity, and I couldn't do it. I tried for years. And so, sales, you just fit all the that's how I knew. So you fit the case. So what I'm going to tell you to do is against your nature, but your wife's going to smile when you tell her you're going to do it. And that you're going to get on a written game plan every month before the month begins. You're going to give every dollar a name. And you're not going to see the inside of a restaurant unless you're working there as an extra job until you get this mess cleaned up. You have $37,000 in debt. You make $120,000 a year. You should be debt-free in 18 months.
Okay. Well, one thing I forgot to tell you, I am paying off per student loan, which is about $20,000.
Oh, there's another debt. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a little longer than 18 months. I guess we're probably talking about 2 years and a little bit, maybe. Yeah. So is there any other debt?
No.
Okay. So we add up all our debts, and we list them smallest to largest, which the credit cards will be the smaller ones. And that's good news because they also happen to be the highest interest rates of these. And we list the debts smallest to largest, pay minimum payments on everything but the smallest debt. Attack that smallest debt with every dollar you can squeeze out of your life, your budget, your bonuses, anywhere you can get money. You sell stuff. You sell so much stuff the kids think they're next.
Okay.
Get your household on beans and rice and beans, scorched earth, because we got to clean this mess up. Because you make too much money to be broke, and you're tired of it, and I don't blame you.
I am tired of it. I mean, I've got the credit card debt. The one good saving grace is the interest rate is 6.49%.
There is no good. You know what the interest rate on my credit card is? 0, because I don't have any stupid credit cards.
That's smart. Yeah.
So, don't tell me how good your interest rate is on your debt. Get rid of the debt, man. It's killing you. Okay. You called me to get rid of the debt. So let's not try to figure out a way that it's smart to keep it. It's bad interest. All of it's bad. Get rid of it. Because if you didn't have any payments but your house payment and you had those rentals, man, you guys would be sitting pretty.
So you're saying back off everything, because I'm paying more towards like credit card debt. I'm trying to pay a little bit more on everything to get it caught. But so
the problem is you do a whole bunch of nothing all of a sudden. If you'll focus on one and knock it off, it's kind of like hitting a sales goal. You have a fist bump moment, yes, right? And then you knock another one off. It's like yes, and then another one off, yes, and you become obsessed then with this snowball. Every time it rolls over, it picks up more snow, because every time you pay off one, you don't have that payment anymore, and you got more to attack the next one, right? But there's all this emotional momentum that happens, too, like when you made your very first sale ever in life. That day you came home and just like you were dancing, the Snoopy dance, nose up, feet moving, that you get that thing going, man. And that's how people get out of debt more than trying to beat this by manipulating the math or trying to borrow your way out of debt on your home or something like that. You can't borrow your way out of debt. Get in attack mode. You can do this. That make sense to you?
It does make sense. Thank you.
You want to do the budget the easy way, you can, for free, go to everydollar.com. It's an online budgeting tool, but make sure your wife's involved with you. Make sure she's making these decisions to cut. Don't come in here and announce to her we're going to do nothing and you have no life because I talked to some crazy guy on the radio. No, you two together make your decisions to sacrifice to accomplish your long-term goals. And but everydollar.com is a quick, easy way to put your budget together and run it every month. It's an online budgeting tool. It's completely free. Check it out. Idaho's next. Kyle is with us. Hey, Kyle, how are you?
Hey, doing great. It's a pleasure to speak with you, sir.
You too, sir. How may I help?
Before I get to my question real quick, I just wanted to thank you for writing the book on trade leadership. I'm not a small business owner or anything, but I find it very useful and valuable as a father and as a husband. It's been fantastic for me.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
My question is, we're in a single-income home. My wife stays at home with our daughter, and we were getting to a point with our car where it's at 176,000 miles. It's really starting to die on us. It's had a lot of problems. And my question to you is, what is a good range price-wise for a vehicle that we should be saving up for?
Well, the first thing is you have to pay cash for it.
Absolutely. There's no question.
Okay. How much money do you have saved towards a car?
So far, we have around $4,000 saved up.
Okay. And your current car is worth what?
Oh, probably about $800 or so.
Okay. So a $5,000 car is what we would be at if we did it today, right?
That's right.
Okay. What's your household income?
About $45,000.
Okay. And what is the other car worth?
We only have one.
You have one. Okay. Definitely time to move up in car. You got an $800 car. It's your only car. That starts to be no fun really fast. And the good news is you've got some money saved, so you probably do want to move up in car. The maximum I tell people is don't have more than half of your annual income tied up in everything with an engine. Cars, boats, Sea-Doos, motorcycles, lawn mowers, add them all up. If they equal more than half your annual income, you have too much tied up in things going down in value. And so, but you're not gonna hit over that. If you're buying one car, that would get you up to $20,000. That's not gonna be your problem.
Well, I wish I had that problem where I could get up to $20,000.
Yeah, there you go. So, but on this go round, it's not gonna be your problem. So, yeah, just save up and move up in car with cash.
Okay.
Never get below $1,000 in your emergency fund, but you're pretty close to calling this transportation situation an emergency here. When you have a single-car household and the single car is $800 and you're debt-free, if you're debt-free and you got $5,000 saved, I would use, 4 of that and maybe buy you a $4,000 or $5,000 car and move up in car. It's a considerable move up, by the way. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books.
On board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.